Hey everyone, this is a small video for posterity, mainly for myself, but for anyone else who's interested in viewing it, demonstrating how to use a Chromebox to do development work on a Raspberry Pi, or just to simply use VNC to connect to a Raspberry Pi. Um, this video demonstrates how to use two utilities that I like on the Chromebox. One of them is Secure Shell, and the other one is the VNC viewer. Now I'm going to start by using the secure shell to log into the Raspberry Pi. This is assuming that the Raspberry Pi already has SSH installed and configured. If you haven't done that already, you'll need to get that set up. My Pi is configured here as Pi on Raspberry Pi, and I'll log in as Pi. And here's the local IP address on my network here. So without any other configurations, I simply just enter to connect to it, and once the password prompt is here, I enter the password, and there we go. Bob's your uncle. I'm at Raspberry Pi, and who am I? I am Pi. So what I've done is I've gone to Raspberry Pi's website, and there are a couple other blogs where people have posted a script that allows you to start a VNC server on Raspberry Pi. Now, before you do that, you need to install TightVNC on your Raspberry Pi by using apt-get install TightVNC. And those instructions to install that are also on Raspberry Pi's website. I'm not going to get into that. I'm assuming that you've already installed TightVNC, and the next step would be to have your Raspberry Pi automatically start VNC as a server. So what I've done is I've created a script called in the initd directory called VNC server. And basically what it does is it starts my TightVNC server running on display 1 upon boot. Or I can manually start and stop it. It's a nice little script, and we'll take a look at it here real quick. I'm going to sudo nano, which is the text editor on Raspberry Pi, the VNC server script. Mainly, it sets up a couple of local variables, the user name under which the session is started, the display and color depth of 16 colors, the geometry. I like 1280 by 720. That's what I'm recording this video in, is 1280 by 720 using Screencastify for Google Chrome. And I gave it a name called VNC server, so that's what will be shown in the process IDs. So all the option variables are set here, and depending on the command line, you can pass it up to 3 arguments. You can pass it start, and if start is given, it starts the server. Stop will stop the server, and restart will attempt to stop and start. So this is the simple script. Like I said, you can find this script out there at Raspberry Pi's website. Just do a Google for Raspberry Pi TightVNC, and I'm sure you'll find some variation of this script out there. Now, what I'm going to do for you is to sudo VNC server stop, and that will stop the server. So I'm going to look here in the process list, and there is nothing running under VNC server or TightVNC. So to start, manually start the VNC server. Press start. It begins the server on localhost ID 1, and here it is running. Here's the process name, VNC server. And all of the options. So it is running in the background. Now, once it's running, you as a user really shouldn't have to do anything. So I'm going to exit out of this secure shell, and then go over to my Chrome apps list. I've got a group set up here, and find the VNC viewer. Click on that. Now I will enter the IP address of the VNC viewer, and also specify the display by adding a colon and the number 1. That display number 1 matches the display set up or configured in the VNC server script. If I click connect here, VNC prompts me for a password. Enter the password. Now, the default VNC client uses an unencrypted communication. So all these screens can be intercepted by third parties. So this is not a very secure communication protocol. If you want to get a secure version of this, you need to pay for a license. I'm using the standard license. I don't think there's anything anybody really wants to see. I'm not concerned about sharing these screens. So I'm going to maximize this so everybody can see the nice little Raspberry Pi. So, it's nice here if you are interested in doing graphical development on your Raspberry Pi. I don't know how many people do that, but if you wanted to do a Wish script and Tickle TK, you can start up Wish. You can create a button and then pack the button there. That's too small. It's right over here. It's too small. Let me configure the button. Exit, sure. So click exit, nothing happens. Let me put a nice little label on there. L, I'll configure, and we'll give it some text to make it a little wider. Hello world, it seems to be popular. So now I should be able to grab it, drag it around. So, if you're interested in seeing stuff on your Raspberry Pi screen, then this is the way to go, is using VNC server on a Chromebox. So you can run your Chrome apps and you can run your Raspberry Pi programs. Let me try this real quick. Text.t, pack.t. Okay, so apparently it's not. Yeah, there we go. It's in focus now. So say this is the end of the video. I hope it is useful. Click exit. Oh, exit's not doing anything. So let's go ahead and add a command. Let's say exit, of course. Exit. So now okay. So that's all. All folks. And click exit. All right. So this has been handy for me. I've heard that you can do all sorts of things with the Raspberry Pi. I use it mainly for just experimentation for things like this. To close the VNC server, you just click the disconnect button, and VNC asks if you want to be disconnected. You say yes. So that is the end of the video. I hope it comes in useful. Thank you.